What is up, guys? It's your boy Torius back in another video. So I'm back in another video, and today I'm gonna be explaining how your name determines your destiny. So with that being said, like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you know. Let's get into it. So
Shut up and take my moment.
a lot of times we have like especially as a rapper, I wouldn't say like everyone, because I remember my brother, he never really like cared what his name was, at least what he told me. But I've always been interested in my name, right? And I remember when I used to play Pokemon. When I used to play Pokemon, I started off playing Pokemon Ruby. And I used to name all my Pokemon Nick, right? Like Nick Jr. and shit. And it's funny because it's like, you know, I have a very common name. It's like Nick, like Nicholas. It's like, I hear that shit everywhere. Even like 6 feet, right? Like when I named 6 feet, it's so funny because it's like during the pandemic, that's when I like gave the least attention to 6 feet, right? Like I gave like barely any attention to 6 feet. And it's so funny because it's like I saw it everywhere. It's like the attention that I wasn't giving to 6 feet, it's like everywhere. It's like 6 feet distance. Everyone stays 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. And then I started hearing like girls talking about, oh, I want a man 6 feet, 6 this, 6 that. Like, because I was listening to like Fresh and Fit and shit. That's all I talk about. So, you know, it's like we name things and then it's like our brain puts attention on it, right? Like my name is Nicholas. When I looked it up,
Shut up and take my moment.
this was basically a video about like the origin of my name, because I heard in a book that I read by Frederick Dodson that it's like people, they usually grow into their names. Like whatever your name means, it's like, that's what, like if your name's like Valentino or Valentina, I'm pretty sure like Valentine's Day is like your favorite day, because it's like, you know, or like you're very into love, because it's like Valentine, you know, it's like you know, Valentine's Day is like love. Like whatever, like, you know, that was just on the top of my head. But for me, for example, my name is Nicholas, which means victor of the people, right? And I remember one time I was looking at, because I actually got my name from Chris Travis, right? The rapper Chris Travis. I was inspired by his name. Because I had so many different names. Like I used to be like Cosmic Nick, Cosmic Dugavelli, the Prince Cosmic Dugavelli, Fame and Fortune. I used to have so many different names because I wanted to be a rapper and shit. And I was like, you know what? I was a real big Chris Travis fan. And it's so funny, I just watched this interview on No Jumper like a couple days ago. And I wanted my name to like reflect his kind of, because it's like that's where I was inspired by. And he, you know, his name is Chris Travis, so I wanted my name to be like my name, like my name. But it's like my name, I never really liked my name because I would always get made fun of for my last name. So it's like, oh, let me not use my last name because it's like a kind of wild, it's like dorky and shit. And I always have that trauma of like being bullied for my last name. So it's like I'm gonna change it to Torius, right? Because when I looked up, what does Nicholas mean? Nicholas means victory of the people, right? And I mean, I don't really know what that means, like exactly what it means. But what I interpreted it to mean was that, you know, it's like we win, like we the best. Even like DJ Khaled or some shit. But it's like we, you know, victor of the people. And I only want to be a rapper, right? The thing is, I wanted my name to be like, to reflect like victory, right? Because it's like Nicholas means victory. So I was like, should I be Nick-tory? I'm like, that's mad stupid, right? If that was my name, like Nick-tory. But then I was like, oh, what about victorious? Like we are victorious. So I was like, why don't I just be Nick-torious, right? Turns out there was another person, so it named Torius. So I spelled my name different, right? I just took out the O. And it's so funny because it's like, because you know, like sometimes you have an idea, but you never heard of it, and then you Google it and you're like, fuck, someone else has that. But then in my case, I Googled it, because that's what discourages me a lot of times from doing anything, is because I look it up and it's like, damn, someone already thought of this, someone already did it. But it's like Torius was the only thing that I ever looked up that maybe 6 feet, But Torius was like really the only thing that I ever looked up, and I saw, damn, someone already did that, and then I still kept going with it. And no one even calls me that. Everyone calls me 6 feet anyways. But some people call me Torius. But it's like having someone else have that name gave me like this fire, like a spark of like, you know what, I'm gonna be better than them. I'm gonna be Torius. I'm gonna be the famous one. I'm gonna be the one who everyone knows. Oh, that's Torius, not this person. You know? So, I mean, it made me keep going with it. But then years later, you know, I was just rapping. Rapping is just like something that you do for yourself. It's like a very selfish thing, right? It's like a selfish thing that you do when you're rapping. But then later on, I have an idea. Why don't I interview people, right? And my name is Torius. And it's like, what I'm doing is, as an interviewer, is like I'm providing clout to other people, right? Like I'm providing clout for people. So it's like, I'm raising people up. Like it's so funny, bro. Sometimes I'll be like at a show or in a room or something, and I'll be like, damn, you know, it's crazy. I interviewed like everyone here, and it's like I know it's like I'm the one that knows everyone, because it's like, oh, what's up, you know? It's crazy. I see a lot. Shout out to my boy D Shin. Like I notice that a lot. Sometimes I be getting jealous of him. No cap. Because sometimes I'll be out with him and shit, and he like knows everyone. And I'm like, damn. I remember, I think it was this year, I went to Rolling Loud, and I saw like 5 or 6 people that I interviewed. I'm like, oh shit, I just ran into them. But yeah, so it's like my name, Nicholas, Victor of the People. It's like I'm following, and it's so funny because it's like, also Saint Nick, right? It's like Santa Claus. It's like I fuck with Santa Claus, and like I fuck with Christmas and shit a lot. So it's like I'm always trying to help and give to other people. So it's like Saint Nicholas, and it's like I always use that. Like I was using it for, I think it was for my charity, but it's like I use that as my moniker. It's like Saint Nicholas, Saint Nick, you know. I also made a business. It's like when I'm doing like cleaning, I was trying to do like pressure washing and like cleaning houses and shit. It's like my name is Saint Nick Cleaning. So it's like, you know, you trust Santa Claus in your crib. So trust me, I'm Saint Nick. And it's like your name, whatever your name is, like I recommend doing this for you, right? For you, look up what your name means, and then figure out, like, write down what is it that I can do reflected on this, right? So it's like if your name, I don't know, it's like Antonio or something, and it means the river, be like the river of light or some shit. I don't know what it means. I'm just guessing. But if your name means something, like if your name means like a staircase or some shit, just be like, okay, that means that I have to go up, you know? It's like I gotta lift myself up, I gotta walk up. So it's like, find something that reflects your name. It just makes things a lot easier, you know? Like, even if you don't know exactly what, just knowing what your name means, it's like life just unfolds for you. And then, like it did for me, it's like, oh, okay. Even if you never had this perspective before, you just have, you know, you're just like, oh, okay, my name means this, and it's like you follow that path of what your name means, you know? Just makes things a lot simpler. But yeah, so yeah, with that being said, like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new. If you have any questions, just DM me on Instagram at Torius, at 6 Feet Interviews. I'll make a video talking about your question. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my Patreon and to donate to my charity, A Hand on the Mountain. Link is in the description. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.